this is a resource, and it's from Adobe, and it's called Spectrum. And so, what's Spectrum? Well, it is a design system made by Adobe, and it's pretty much they made a whole site dedicated to all their resources and principles that they offer. So that's pretty awesome. So you get to kind of just go through and see just like all their approach to color and their approach to typography and how their system works and how all components are thought up, and just a little bit of everything, right? So if you've seen some of these design system sites in the past, for example, Google's material design, then you kind of already seen what Spectrum's doing on their site. So you get to just have a little bit of a view of all the components and how they set it up, and when's the best case to use all these things. But the great thing about it is they have, under their tools and resources, they have a bunch of tools and resources. So they made a whole mess of UI kits to download all for free. They're all in XD, but they have a little bit of everything. So you have just a bunch of great starter kits to get started. I downloaded it, and yeah, it's like, I want to say almost over 15 files to download. And then they're also including some fonts. So they're using Adobe Clean, Adobe Clean Serif. They have um, a, a font for kind of for Asian cultures, so it includes simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. And then I guess they have one called Source Code Pro, which is it says is used to display code snippets either in line with other typefaces or as a standalone block. So you get the UI kits, you get the fonts, and they have a whole list of icons ready to go as well. And this icon list is extensive. I don't even know how many are in here. I would say maybe over 50-ish. Definitely over 50. I want to say it's like over 100. I have no idea. But you could download all these icons as well. And so if you want to get started in a design system, don't know where to start, and you're a fan of Adobe and you don't want to do the material design, then use Adobe's version. And I know for sure I definitely downloaded the UI kit, so I'll probably see how I can use that. And I'm definitely gonna bookmark it just for the icons alone because I want to see what I could I can kind of get from there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If Terry, what do you think?
Oh my God, this is amazing. I mean, I'm just scrolling through the icons. I mean, you can just use this and just build out your wireframes here, just simple, right? And what I really like about about the about the UI kits, as you mentioned, they have a lot, but even better, if you go underneath tools and resources and you click UI kits and you scroll down, it says grammar and mechanics. And when you do that, it tells you so much like AP style, active and passive voice, and it gives you examples like of the first one. No, a second one. The right way is like your payment has been declined, and the wrong way is like we declined your payment. So I mean, it gives you great examples because just writing is just so hard, right? It's like common contractions. Use commonly understood contractions, keep sentence from being out of touch, robotic, or overly formal. Like what, will, you, your, were, they, doesn't, didn't, isn't, aren't, can't. And I think that's just so awesome how they gave this to you, and then like verb tenses and capitalization. How, I mean, they give you a lot more than versus I think any other uh design system, right?
Hmm. Yeah, it definitely feels like they really went all out and try to really make a really thought out system. They also have, like, for example, they have this section called platform scale, where they talk about the scale that they use to go from desktop to mobile, and they use a ratio of 1 to 1. 0.25. So like the everything mobile has been upscaled 125%. And I was like, oh, okay. I always knew that there you had to upscale everything, but I never knew by how much. I know I always kind of eyeballed it, but to know that there is like a scale that you can use to follow, that's pretty good too. They also definitely have a developer section as well. So they have all their stuff that they have a GitHub page on there. So you can get started in downloading all their GitHub files if you need to. So that's it. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, Adobe is really kicking some major other people's butts. I do have to
okay.
say. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a sketch f- fan person, like unbelievable. But XD, it's gonna be some competition, I think.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for someone like me who didn't grow up with using Sketch when everybody started going the UI route, I came later, and so for me it was just natural. Uh, XD was like a natural software to go use because everything was kind of already there. I didn't have to figure out what all the plugins needed to what what additional plugins I needed to download to do this and do that. It was already there in XD, and so it made it a lot easier for me to figure out as a newbie. And so that's why I kind of like tended to go more towards XD. But yeah, so that was Spectrum, which is a new design system from Adobe, and you can find that at spectrum.adobe.com.